Okay, so here's the first sketch that I did for the month. It says 45 minutes, but I think it was more than that. Um, this way had a really nice lighting for the reference I had for this one, so it made it easy to group the darks and lights, the values. And that's really helpful when you're trying to learn to paint, is make sure you have very strong, not high contrast, but decently high contrast. Because if it's too much, it can make things look wrong. But where it illuminates the different planes of the face is very good. So I like this one. I think I will give this one a 7 out of 10. Let me get the next one set up. Because they're not all in order, so is there a different way that I can display? I'll have them over here. And then day 2, they're not all like organized the best in this folder. So day 2, it was this one. If it will open. Day 2 was this one. In day 2, I think there's 10. I added 10 minutes on. This looks way different than the reference that I had. I had the proportions roughly in the right spots, but the nose and the eyes made it come out looking completely different. And then I decided to go with more of like a reddish color, because I just like using different colors sometimes. This one I think is good. I like the kind of the mood that we're getting. Kind of the side eye, like, seriously, why are you looking at me? Or something like that. I like kind of the sass in it. And then let me find my next one. I'm just going to kind of go through these, and then if there's some that I want to go back and talk about, I will. But I got a lot of these to go through, so. Let's do our best to get through it. Okay, so we have this one. I think I remember doing this one. It started out as blue when I was coloring it. I was doing a very like simple render of it. I wasn't trying to be too accurate with the lighting, just try and get it a little bit. Just a simple render. I don't know. I like the pose here. Looks kind of sad. Eyes are closed. Closed eyes are a lot easier to draw. There's less details you have to worry about. But this started out blue, and then I thought I did some color adjustments, and I changed it, and it ended up more purple. And I liked it better that way. Now, what is day 4? What is day 4? Let me get a drink real quick. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Okay, I will do a VOD of this, but I think I might do an edited version as well. I don't know. Because imagine editing an entire like length of a live stream. Ugh. That would be a lot of work. It might be worth it though. Okay, day 4. Where is day 4? Is it in here? That's 9. 2. That's 3. Oh, 4. Let me close some of these. This one I think was interesting. I think she kind of looks like a robot from the bluish color. Kind of not a real skin tone. And the eyes kind of look a little funky. But I do like the colors that I use here. They were mostly monochrome with like a touch of like orangish pink. There's like a light glaze on the cheek there as well. And then on the lips, I think I put a little bit in some of the highlights too. This one just came together pretty easily from what I remember. And it's, what am I trying to say? It's just kind of simple. I like it. See, now where's my next? Now I gotta find my next one. I wish these were a little bit more organized. So that was day 4. Okay, day 5 was pretty neat as well. Here's day 5. I should have saved these more as like just numbered them by their days instead of like portrait sketch or study, or I have different slight variations in some of the names, so it's harder to find them. But this one was cool. The reference I had actually had dark hair. And I was like, I don't really want to draw dark hair this time. I'm going to do something brighter. So I kind of actually used the background color of the canvas for the hair, and then I kind of painted in like these bluish shadows and made the eyes blue. I like how the skin's kind of this orangish hue to it, and it's also it has a nice contrast to the blue background and the eyes. So I like this compositionally. There's like a little extra space. If I'm like thinking about the canvas size, I probably would shrink this down by like a decent amount. But I think this was one of my favorite ones, like early on. The hair looks like hair. It's kind of white, but with like a little bluish tint to it. So yeah, I like this one quite a lot. I should be rating these. This one will get... I still had some issues I see about it, but considering it's a sketch, I will give it an 8 out of 10. Just for the design. It gets a lot of points for the design. And then we're going to move on to another one. Number 6. Okay, we're cruising through these now. Okay. This one was pretty cool. I like the face itself, but the hair is kind of not great. I try to do more of a happier face. I really like how I rendered the lighting on the skin tones. I feel like that just came out really nice, and I got a nice shine in some spots. I'm not really sure like how I did it so well. I think I just spent a lot of time just working on it. And if you look closely, you can see like definitely a sketch because there's these lines and it is a mess on this chin right here. But I will give it a 7 out of 10. And then I think I can go there. There's the next. Number 7. Immediately see that the eye proportions aren't very good here. I like how the nose and the lips look here. The color was interesting. I like the color here. I like the orange. Like really saturated orange. You don't find skin tone like this really on anybody. But I like playing with different ideas of rendering skin in different colors. I think it's very fun to do. And let's see. Sorry, I'm just checking the stream. Just to see what's going on. Get distracted. that is a problem I have, and I think that's something that I'll have a hard time if I do more live streams in the future. So this one, I don't like the eyes here. I like the color. I kind of like that I'd put a little gray scribble in the background. I think just a little bit of something different behind can make it just feel like a easy composition cheat code, I guess. Not cheat code, but just a easy tool for composition. I'm afraid if I'm thinking about putting my face on the camera, but I think that might tank the stream quality just because it will need more stuff to render. My internet's not the greatest for this, but it could be my computer too. I should really think about streaming from my newer computer, but I just have everything set up on this computer right now. Okay, I think the next one is going to be the same. It's going to be the next one if I click right. So yeah, this one gets a 5 out of 10 just because the eyes look terrible. This one, oof. I was getting a little carried away with the colors and stuff that I ended up, I don't know. I think the reference photo, oh, the eyes are terrible in this one too. It was a blonde girl in a red dress, so the red dress is right. But I think the colors are just, they're similar, but they clash in a way. And the skin's kind of pinkish looking. Is it full body? I don't know. The proportions just came out kind of terrible. The painting quality is a little messy. The lines aren't very good. These eyes look terrible. I mean, the proportions, like, just where the the line of things is good. But the shape of these eyes are terrible. And it's just messy, and I think it needs more work. And I'm not really good at drawing curly hair, and that's something, if I want to get good at drawing curly hair, I'm going to have to like zoom in on just doing that. It's more wavy, I guess, but there's some curl to it. And then I think it was 8. Gotta go find 9. That was 5, 10. Where is 8? Was 8 a live stream? No, 8 was not a live stream. Is this purple one? 511, 5, 8. Where's number 9? I think I know which one it is. Yeah, here we go. Because it wasn't a study, so it was a sketch. So the title is what's making the organization weird. Let me close some of these. Okay, this one I was just 100% from imagination. Except for the eyes. I got a reference for the eyes and I drew those. And they still look a little wonky. I think some Liquify would fix this one. I just really like how the blue looks in the render. I think I'll try and do this. It's like a teal, saturated. I kind of like it. And then we use like actual gray to shade it. I don't know. It's kind of aesthetic to me. The mouth is too small. It needs to be moved up a little bit. And also the chin could be a little bit bigger. But I like how I did a rendering of it. And sometimes just painting over imaginative stuff, you get less caught up on some details just because you're like, okay, we'll just fill it in. This looks good. Even though it might not be as accurate, it's just that you can be a little bit more confident about filling in your colors. Okay, now we're gonna go to number 10. Oh, let's give this a rating. I give this... I honestly think it's better than my last one, which is really easy to do. I gave that... I didn't rate that one. Let me pull that one up again. I didn't rate some of them. I missed a few. This one I give a 3 out of 10. This one I will give a 6 out of 10. And maybe not that high. How about 5 out of 10? Okay, next one. The next one I don't like so much either. Just kind of had a streak of them where I just didn't care for them. But I did... So this one was the first one I did in Photoshop. I don't know if I moved over to Clip Studio Paint to work on it more. But Photoshop crashed on me, and it's just like really annoying to record stuff with Photoshop. Just because it freezes way too often. But that's how it be sometimes. That's how it be sometimes. Okay, so what didn't I like about this one? I think the face just looks weird. I think the rendering was a little too soft on the brushes I was using. But then I have these hard brushes rendering. I kind of wish I just kept it consistent for everything. But I can see some composition ideas of just making the face really soft and then everything else hard. So it draws your eye to what's different. And you're looking at the face anyways. That's what's been found out about a lot of paintings. People will look at people, identify other people. We're always scanning for other people, and that's part of the reason why we look at faces so quickly. I will give this one a 5 out of 10. No, a 4 out of 10. I like the hair in it a lot, though. Next one is this one. Is another full, almost a full body portrait. I don't have all of the legs reference here. Kind of went for a more simplified face. It's really simple. I think I erased and drew over this one a few times. Kind of a smug looking face. And then I also have a hand. This hand looks awful. Holy crap. It's a monster hand. And then you compare it to this other hand, this one's tiny. Even though the size should be somewhere between the hand. And the wrist is, I don't know what's going on the wrist. We'll just pretend that's not there. I like how I rendered the dress she was wearing. Kind of like a soft fabric to it. I like how that came out. There were some wrinkles and folds to it as well. And I don't really draw a lot of fabric just because it's not really something I practice. Hello, welcome. Love my channel. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm the last person that was here loved my channel too. I am really happy that I have some fans. This is kind of like a big project that I've been working on for the last month. Usually I do May Sketch a Day, which is you do a sketch every day of May. And I try and share it online somewhere just to keep myself accountable for it. And this time, I really wanted to get better at making videos and produce more of them. And I'm like, you know what? Here, let me switch to let me put my face on here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do a video every day and see what happens. I even, like, in my first video of the month, I'm like, I'm gonna try and make a video every day, and whatever comes up, and if it's good enough, I'll put it out there. But then at some point, it's like, it'd be really cool if I did this every single day and put something out there. It's just really exciting. And some days it's just like, I can stop. I don't have to do this, but I want it to keep going because I wanted to see if I could do it. And it's been a really fun and exciting thing. And I plan on taking like a week or two off now. It might not help with my channel growth, but hopefully my videos will get a little bit more time in the oven once I get to work on them more. Let me switch back over to the scene. Is my voice on? Yeah, my voice is on. Did you make the drawing in the background? I did make the drawing in the background right now. Oh no, in my background, in my room? No, I did not make that drawing. I was a gift. But it matches my room pretty well. I wish I did do something like that. But no, I think that was just I got from my brother as a gift. He I don't know why I got it. He just knew that I liked Zelda and I liked Van Gogh, so he kind of put the two together. He didn't make it, but he I think he found it on Etsy. He saw it on like someone's t-shirt. He's like, "That's sweet. My brother would love that." So he got it for me. It's like, it's all right. Maybe I should do a remake that painting in my style, not my style, but like add my own twist to it. It just took me a minute to process what background you're talking about. But I do have other art that's mine that I could maybe swap in there for a time being. Okay, so let me get back to rating my art. I think this looks good overall. From zoomed out, it looks good. I think the rendering is decent on the clothes. I have a little highlight on the leg, make it look shiny. Yeah, maybe that would be a fun live stream idea, is just mashing video game ideas with classic paintings. That could be fun. Okay, this one will get a... I like this one. Despite the terrible hand, I like the face. I like how I drew this simply. And it will be a 6 out of 10, despite some of my complaints with it. Really like how the face looks. I know it's a little wonky, but I'm saying it's 6 by 10, 6 out of 10, and I'm standing by that. That was 11. Now we're moving on to day 12. This one, I mostly stuck to the reference for the color and stuff. I was slightly different. I just kind of picked a color that was close enough, and I kind of went with it. I really liked how there was like this blue light coming from the back, and this kind of golden yellow orangish light from the left. It made a really nice, almost graphic looking sketch. I like the lighting on it. My biggest gripe is with the eyes. Eyes are the hardest part. I swear. Like I think I got the proportion on her body better than I got on her eyes. And the mouth and nose proportions, you can see there's like a line where the mouth goes this way, but the nose goes this way. So the mouth should be tipped up a few degrees. It's crazy how much like you can just see the difference after not looking. You can see the problems with your art here, give me a second. Without looking at it for a while. Yeah, the coloring and lighting was great. That's why I chose the reference. It pretty much already had it figured out for me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna really think about this too much. And it was a good way to really like study on how the two different lights work. I want to do like a deep dive into like painting portraits. I think that would be fun at some point. Maybe that will be something I do for like members only or something, or put it on my school. Right, next one is 13. Yep, this one was a study. Oh, we didn't rate this one. Let me go back. Gotta rate it. They will give this a 6 out of 10. I wish I was keeping notes on these, but I'm not. I'm being lazy. I have to get through these. This is 13. We're only halfway through them. I know I started out drawing at the beginning of the stream, and I'm almost at an hour, and I'm only halfway through the portraits. So I'm hoping to get to like an hour and a half, and then go back to working. Actually, make a sketch for the day. What I come up with. I like this one a lot too. I think the rendering looks good. The hair definitely could use more time in the oven. The eyes, I think, actually look decent. I mean, if you zoom in, they look terrible, but as a whole, they look fine. I like kind of the sassy look. Yeah, it's not complete. Like all these, I considered pretty much all these sketches I've done not complete, in my opinion. Because I think they're just like, most of them are just like studies where I'm just trying to capture it and just spend an hour or two a day working on them. Because if I was gonna work, if I wasn't doing a sketch every day, I'd have time to work on the same painting for a couple of days or a few days, and I could be able to make them better. So it's more about the practice for me here. I'm not trying to make them great. I do like how this one looks. I think I do have her part of her body painted in somewhere. Why don't you draw the eyelashes? I guess I just don't really see the point some of the time, where I'm just trying to get the overall image and the eyelashes aren't as important. And if you have a decent amount of dark line there, it can kind of like emulate an eyelash as well. This one have eyelash. This one's not a great example. But there are some where I do draw the eyelashes a little bit better. This one, again, I think I will give a 6 out of 10. I like how I got the shiny spots on it. Right on this nose. And the mouth kind of, and I got kind of the, I just like the facial expression where she's kind of like looking off like, seriously. I like these sassy faces, I guess. All right. We gave that 6 out of 10. This is 14. I tried something a little different here with the color. I started painting her blue. And I'm like, you know what? Let's paint it pink. And then it kind of had the opacity turned down a little bit. And it came out looking kind of trippy a little bit. But I kind of like it. It's kind of interesting. This is definitely more loose and sketchy looking, but I like the proportions. I like the pose. And I even painted a little bit of a background too. And the brush I was using for just doing the lines was just I think it was the mechanical pencil in Clip Studio Paint. That's what I did for most of them, and I was painting it in kind of this reddish color. Yeah, the shading on the dress is really cool. It's kind of, I don't know if it's really like a dress or like a beach gown or something. I don't know. We'll call it a dress. I kind of like this red color in the hair with these highlights. The only thing that's really accurate to the reference is maybe just the lighting. And having a simple background kind of makes it pop more than my other sketches I've done. Alright, this one will get, I think it gets a 5 out of 10. I think it could use a little bit more cleaning up. But I'm rating these as incomplete works, so I'm just rating them by just my gut, and it's a 5 out of 10. And that 15. Number 15, this was actually a live stream that I did, and this is one of the more creative ones that I used, was doing a mermaid. For mermaid, I guess, is another thing for May for painting. I did not want to paint a mermaid every single day and try and be this creative with it. So what I had was a portrait shot on the left, or a portrait, and then I also had some pictures of some sharks, because I thought it'd be cool to make her into like a shark mermaid. And I quite like the pose for this for the most part. And I kind of just threw together a background in here. I think it needs, if I wanted to make this sell the underwater shot, I think just doing a thin layer of like a bluish color, like the background. Or, yeah, just like a light color over. I like how I got the lighting on this. The hand doesn't look terrible. And I will give this one an 8 out of 10. I also like that I used a little green for the eyes. I like how the colors came out. An 8 out of 10. I think that's one of my highest ones yet. 15 and 16. This is a study. It is, they're all technically studies, even the mermaid one, because I think this is more original, because I combined two images together. This one has a pretty good rendering on the face. I think the nose might be a little too dark in this shadow area. But I think the proportions look good. Hey, there's eyelashes on this one. The proportions of this one look good. I actually like the hair a bit. And I like the pose, but it looks tiny on this canvas. So if we zoom in, this looks a little bit better there. She actually looks like she's not having a terrible day. Like some of them just look sad. They're like, what am I doing? They looked at day 8 of my drawings. Okay, we will give this one a 7 out of 10. On to day 17. This one was fun. I wanted to do water, paint some water, but I thought maybe I just paint it in the hair instead and add some. Am I muted? Let me make sure I'm not muted. There was a problem earlier. Nope, I'm not muted. Did my stream crash? I'm just always checking. Like, that's something with live streaming. Is like, did I lose frames? Did it crash? Is it going? So I just sometimes have a mini panic about it. Like, I gotta check it. Like the hairs. Yeah, this one was fun. Painting kind of a water hair. The waterfall. The reference had dark hair as well. And I think this could be turned into something else. It'd be cool if like she was like coming out of water. There's just some water here. That could be something to push this one a little bit further. And the eyes are right. This one I had to like liquefy the face quite a bit to kind of push it around to get the proportions to look a little bit more realistic. I still think the mouth is probably the worst part of this painting. There's some eyelashes drawn in there. And I ended up erasing most of the sketch throughout it. most of the pencil sketch or the line sketch in there. This one I will give, I think I'll give this one an 8 out of 10 as well, because I like the creative idea with it. I like how crazy the hair looks. And the proportions look decent. The line actually are pretty good. So yeah, I like this one. 8 out of 10. Is this day? That was day 17. Day 18. This one I like. I like it. I like how the rendering came out. Very simple. I think when I started filling in the colors on it, I just painted it like a pink and orange color, and then slowly adjusted it based on the lighting from the reference. The hair I like a lot too. Kind of this nice brown color. And I put some highlights on the hair to make it look shiny. And I think the lighting just looks very strong in this painting. Very strong. I like it. And I guess if you look closely, look how much mess of an eye that is. That could use another layer to redraw over it. Like that she's looking off to the side. I will give this one a 7 out of 10. But the hair is really good in this one. Still, 7 out of 10. Another one. This one looks like her eyes are quite small and long and stretched. I like how the hair looks in this one too. I like that I actually had some more of her upper body in here. The neck is like where I see the biggest problem here. But the nose looks shiny, the mouth looks good. The eyes actually, despite them being kind of like flat and squished, I think they look pretty good because they match each other pretty well. So I will give this one, it deserves an 8 out of 8.5. Are you talking about day 18? You think it deserves an 8.5? I'm going to give this one, it's actually pretty good. I think I will give this one an 8, in my opinion. There's a couple things that I would fix to make this better. But I don't want to make this a fix my art stream. I want to just more of a review. But I am seeing things that like, I could fix this. So this one gets an 8. Oh, I'm missing one. I gotta go find. Is this the Van Gogh study that I did? Not Van Gogh, Joan Vermeer, I think. I don't like this one so much. The girl with the pearl earring. I'm missing the earring. It's just a white splotch there. I struggled with this one. Something weird about this painting in particular is that the eyebrows are so light that you can't really see them. It's almost like she doesn't have eyebrows. I do like how you get this kind of like look. I think I captured kind of the personality in it, but the rendering looks terrible here. And it needs quite a bit of work. I wish I could have spent more time on this. Do you like having the really dark background? That's part of what I liked about this composition a lot. It's like this very bright colors in front of this dark background. And the earring is barely visible there. This might have the lines actually turned off on this layer. I will give this one which one? I'm not gonna worry, but I don't know which one you're talking about. I think assume it was the last one. It was more blush on the hair. Well, maybe. I like this one quite a bit. I think I'm still gonna give it like a 6 out of 10. You could clearly see some different edges here, like there's some hard edges, and then by the nose you can't really see where it transitions that well. It's pretty soft there. Next one, I think I did, this is my how to draw. Okay, and my stream has crashed for a moment. Okay, it's back. Okay. So this one I actually didn't color anything that day. Is that the right day? Okay, I missed a day. This is day 19. Hold on, can you hear that? What was that? Okay, so I did skip this one. This is day 19, where I decided, you know what? I'm just going to show people how I draw a face. It's not my favorite tutorial. I really think I would like to go back and do a better one. But these were the drawings from it. This one on the left was like I traced over a head to show the proportions where things line up. And this one was from scratch. All right, I gotta go take care of something real quick. Okay, I'm back. I probably lost viewers there. No, I actually gained viewers. Interesting. Okay, did I unmute it? Okay, I am back. So yeah, these are my portraits for how to draw a face. And I just drew a simple face here, which was just drawing it from scratch. And then the one on the right was using a reference, which is based on the proportions from this left drawing. And sometimes it's good to, if you can, to draw over the do my eyes water while drawing? No, not too bad. I try to not stare at the screen the entire time and look around the room to do other stuff. Yeah, you probably couldn't hear me because I muted for a minute. But yeah, I like these ones. I think the tutorial that I did, I would give like a 4 out of 10. I don't recommend watching that video. I mean, you can, but I don't think it's great. There's better ones out there. But the sketch looks pretty good on the study that I had. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. And this middle drawing I will give, I don't know, a 5 out of 10. The hair definitely needs more work in both of them. Day 20. Okay, now I have to go find my my next one because they're not all in order. So we did this one, 2022 is the next one. Wow, I dropped off when I muted there. Dang, I guess I just need to ignore noises going on in my house. Because that was not good for viewership. I think I lost my chatter. Okay, where am I? I'm gonna keep going. Oh, thanks for the sub. Thanks for stopping in too and chatting. I appreciate it. Alright, here is day 22. I like the lighting with this. I don't mind that the focal point is basically right down the middle. Technically, it's kind of right here, almost like a cross. I like that I did the shadow here. There's kind of a gray area on the wall over here. Really stylized in the lighting. And I like it. It's not... This is a very loose and quick study. Focus mostly on the light. I think I got my brushes mixed up here on the face. But overall, I like it. And I will give it a 6 out of 10. 23 was another live stream, which was a mermaid, which is kind of the theme with the live streams, I guess. I don't plan on doing a mermaid today, but I will do something. I gotta keep going even without people watching. Okay, but I was at concurrent viewer peaked at 4, which was sweet. Unfortunately, it was bad timing with some connection issues and then some background noises that were happening. But this one was really cool. I had like a koi fish. And then I think I actually had a picture of a girl swimming, which really made the reference go a lot easier. I did kind of make up my own hair, and I think it looks sweet. The orange really pops on the blue background. I like how I kind of faded this into her skin in the front. I think the face is the weakest part of this one. And I really like this one. I could just look at this one a little bit. I think this one might be one I will go back and work on some more. Maybe this will be like a good live stream project. And how I even painted the water, it looks like it's moving around. Kind of looks like you're looking down into the water, and she's kind of like on the surface of it. I don't know, this one is really cool. I like the pose. And then the fish body is pretty decent too. Colors, perfect. Not perfect, but great. I will give this one an 8.5. My highest rating yet. An 8.5. Okay, what is the next one? Day 24. Day 24, this had kind of a nice moody background, or moody lighting. But the face looks muddy. I think in this one I actually just started painting and I didn't do any lines beforehand. I just started painting, and I think that kind of made it a little bit messy because I wasn't being very intentional with my bigger shapes and painting in there. I kind of like scribbled them in a bit. And now, oh, this one also had a nice background too, which I think there was a building here. I just removed it because I didn't want to paint it. But I still wanted to paint a background. This looked really cool in the thumbnail for the video that I did. Let me take a break and get a drink. And this one, I don't care for. I like the hair. There's always seems to be like there's one aspect that's like really good and one aspect that's not very good. The eyes need to be kind of moved a little in more, but I think Liquify could fix this pretty easily. I just make this less of a mess on the face and just make it cleaner. Give this one a 6 out of 10. Next one, day 25. I spent like 2 hours on this one. I think this was the day that I didn't really have anything to say for my video, so I just spent more time painting and just making a nicer study. I did really good on the rendering of the skin here. The mouth looks a little small and a little to the right. Maybe it could just be stretched out a little bit more. I like kind of the variation in the color of the hair. Did get a little bit messy up here, but that's okay. The eyes look decent. I would still probably paint over them as well. I like the highlight on this cheek here. I think it might have been like a shiny makeup or something in the reference photo that did that. But overall, I think this is one of my better ones, and I will give it an 8 out of 10. 26. This was one I don't think I had a reference for at all. I just kind of threw something together, and I think it came out pretty cool. No, maybe I did look at a reference and I touched up the mouth. There's one of these videos that I did where I didn't have, I didn't record some of it, and this might have been one where I went back and I actually did get a reference and I adjusted some of the proportions using Liquify, especially with the eyes, because they were really messed up. They're still not the best eyes, but I like them. I like how they kind of look like there's fire inside them. And I think I might explore more with eye stuff, different eye elements as well for fun, because I like doing the different hair stuff as well. This one, I still really like this one, and I just have this little blue accent. We'll give this, honestly, I'll give it I think an 8 out of 10. I mean, it needs more hair stuff, but yeah, 8 out of 10. I like it. I like the color variation. I like the eyes. I like the little style eyes on just how I did the eyelashes, just the tiny ones. Yep, I like it. And this is a Sargent, John Singer Sargent study for this day. I think this is another day where I didn't really know what to say, so I just kind of, I put on the camera and just started talking about something and saying how crazy things have been and how exciting this project that I've been doing, project that I'm talking about, is basically where I do a sketch every day of the month of May sketch a day, and then as in the title. But this year I wanted to try and challenge myself to make videos as well and make a video every day. So that's what I'm referencing when I'm talking about my challenges, or in that video, I'm just referencing the video I made that day to go with the art. And some videos, I admit, are not great, but some of them have really fun ideas And I think my favorite videos that I've done is just where I just kind of like, I have like a few ideas that I've been thinking about, and then I just let myself talk about them. Just let myself loose, go on about it. This one, I like the study. I like the lighting. I was experimenting with some different brushes. These were the Clip Studio Paint oil brushes that I was using. So they kind of blend and mix a little bit. So it was a little odd for me to get used to. But I think I would only use them when I really want to like give like a nice texture between different elements. I have the lines turned off here. I like how this came out. I like the lighting. Kind of like the colors in it. This dress looks nothing like the reference. The dress, I think, was like a velvet kind of texture to it. So it looked kind of softer. And somehow he managed to render that with oil paint, which is insane. You should look up John Singer Sargent if you want to just look at some really good like portrait paintings. He also did Impressionism, which was really interesting. I kind of want to go back and look at more of his older work as well. So this one for the study, since I used the brushes, I don't like it as much. I mean, there's some things I like about it and some things I don't like about it. Overall, I think I'm just going to give this a 6 out of 10. I think this, and the hair, there's like another bun here. Interesting hairstyle, how they did them back in the day. Yeah, I guess I'll give this like a 6 out of 10. Let's see, is this 28? No, that's 30. It's my most sus looking one. That was day 27. Where's 28? Did I save 28? I'm looking for it. That was 27. 29. What the heck was 28? Maybe I already showed 28. No. Hold on a second. Let me figure out what my day 28 one was. Oh, I think it was the live stream one. Was it? No. Here, I'll figure it out. Give me a quick sec. Let me go look. Okay, I figured out which one it was. It was... I just have to visually locate it. Did I not save that one? Oh, this is one where I just only saved a JPEG of it, so I don't have the layers from it, unfortunately. And this is it. This one I kind of have to go back and watch the video. It's the just make something and see what happens video. Where I did a bunch of... I actually really sad that I lost the layers to this one. Let me take a drink real quick. Next time I do a stream, I'm getting a big water bottle. Just drinking iced coffee right now. It's making me have to go to the bathroom, dang it. Okay, we're almost done with the review. I do plan on doing some more drawing at the end. Maybe I'll go back to what I started with. But when I get to that point, I will take a break. Because I need to take breaks. live streams require you to take breaks. I've almost been streaming for an hour and a half. I'm kind of where I expect it to be in the stream so far. About an hour and a half, I'll be done with these. And then I can move on to my sketch. Okay, so this one, I had a bunch of, basically what I'm doing today is like, I drew a few heads to start with, and then I picked one that I liked, and then I tried to draw it out and paint it. I kind of like how the figure is starting to come together down here. I didn't actually have a reference for that part, and I think it looks pretty darn good. I didn't paint the whole body just because I didn't really want to. But some things I do like about it isn't, or let me just, so I had no reference for this one at all. I just put something together. I am noticing some issues that I would correct if I was trying to make this more realistic. I would make this nose a bit shorter, move the mouth up and make it wider. I like how the eyes look. I kind of like the hair that I went with. I would like to, if I wanted to work on this painting a little bit more, I would change it up a little bit. With the colors, I kind of have just a simple pinkish skin tone with kind of like a reddish lip. And then the hair, I think I was using the oil brushes again, or I was just kind of experimenting with them a little bit. But I like how the hair kind of blended on the tips of these, like this little red aspect to it. And then I have this blue in the eye, which also matches this hairband here as well. So I kind of have like these three colors going, this pink, blue, and red. So it's kind of in this reddish orange range. We just like a hint of blue to add some nice contrast to it. So I like the use of color compositionally here. And I also kind of just like how it looks aesthetically. I wish something that I would make it better would be just better lines and maybe just cleaner lines. Just redraw that as much as use undo as much as I need to until I get a good line there. This one I will give I think a 6 out of 10. And we have, it's a line sketch from the first one. Okay, let me go find the other one now. There's two more. And then there's one more for today. The last one is the last one. Why do I keep saying that? My brain's rotted. I'm cooked. It's the end of the day. I'm cooked. So, okay, I should be caught up to this one. Day number 29. This was a study. I don't remember. I know the obvious thing I really don't like about this painting, and I really wanted to fix it after posting the video. I'll get to that. But I'm gonna start with we'll start with reviewing the face. The face actually looks really good. The proportions are decent. I did use Liquify a decent amount on the face to get it just right. I don't remember how much I used. This was the painting where I no, is it? There was a painting where I continued to work on it, but I didn't know the I don't even know what I'm saying now. My brain's dying. Brain power's running out. I'll have to take a quick break real soon. Okay, the proportions are good. I had fun playing with the hair idea of different elements and stuff. Like clouds. Clouds are just fun and fluffy, and I want to maybe explore this painting a little bit more. Maybe make, because it is kind of a little bit surreal. And I think I would like to put some sort of background in here. It might just be a blue sky and just more clouds around it. It's kind of like a light blue color, very desaturated, to give it that interesting effect. I think I would maybe turn up the saturation on it a bit. But the actual face, I think, looks really good. The eyes look good. I was getting used to using these oil brushes, the mixer brushes, and I kind of like the texture a little bit. Just gives it a different vibe. But the biggest fix I would make is this shoulder is way too big, and I need to push it back and make her torso smaller. Other than that, I really like this one, and I will give it a 7.5 out of 10. And we have the last one, which is, let me find it, dang it. The last one is a figure, and there's nothing showing here, but I just started with drawing a scribble and like, okay, this could be a pose. I know the anatomy is not great here. I think the hand looks pretty good. This one I really did not have much time to paint. I had like an hour to work on it yesterday. And the video didn't come out great. It's mostly just saying like I made it basically to the end of the month. I think the pose looks okay. It could be a little bit more dynamic. And then I added in these like fairy wings to kind of give it like a fairy vibe. And that's what I got for my sketches. Let me just close these real quick. Maybe. And then I started drawing these. Let me go to my settings. I'm gonna have to take like a 10-minute break because I am tired, but I do want to come back and work on the painting some more. So give me a second. Can I add something? Text, there we go. Adding text. I'm back. Hey, I had someone pop in. I went up to 3 concurrent viewers while I was gone. What? Okay. Not really a fan of too many of these. Oh man, the eyes look terrible on that one. This guy just looks dead inside. So these are what I started with today. I think I'm gonna just do some more. Let me see, what mode am I on? Painting. Go back to demo. My voice is still here. I'm just going through my different scenes, and so I can look for stuff why I am still streaming. Oh, so I'm just gonna have that, and let me just turn that on real quick. Just leave these on. See if I can go find a quick reference. These. So much AI slop out there these days for reference photos, and it's terrible to get like AI reference photos because you don't know for sure how accurate they are. And sometimes there's just extra lines and wrinkles and stuff that wouldn't occur. You gotta be careful out there. Let me see if I can find a good reference. I don't even want to look for a reference right now because I'm cooked. My brain is fried. I went to a wedding yesterday and I was there for a while for basically the whole thing. And then I got home. Again, I should have gone to bed right away, but I didn't. Bad decision. And now I'm doing my longest live stream for art that I've ever done. I think I'm just gonna say we ball and just do. I am new to drawing 2 weeks and have really hard time. I have many books and do some courses, but all seem hard for me. Yeah, something I recommend that you do is just pick one thing to like really learn. If you have several books and courses, too much of it, you're just gonna be like you're not gonna be able to like work through them. It depends on the type of things you have, but I would recommend just if you want to improve, just kind of pick one thing to focus on at a time. And it can be really boring and slow before sometimes. But you can also I also recommend just kind of in addition to learning to just kind of doodle a little bit. Like in whatever way you can draw, just like practice just making anything with your hands, just moving is something I would recommend as well. And just pick one of those books or course that you have and just dedicate all your focus into that one thing. I don't know exactly what books you have or what courses you're doing, but generally it's better just to pick one thing and just get rid of all the other distractions and just like laser beam in on it. That's basically what I have to say. I don't know when was that chat. I can't see when that chat was sent. So I guess if you popped in when I was gone, I guess I don't know. Or if I just didn't see it. I don't have the chat pulled up the whole time. I need to get that sorted out before I live stream again. Okay. I'm not going to pull up a reference right now. Yeah. Okay. And if you're a beginner, I don't know. It's kind of hard to find like I don't think there's like really great beginner resources. I want to put something together. If you want to like learn a little bit, I don't have too much going on it right now, but I have a school community. It's free to join right now. But if you want to join that, like and share your stuff there, I will I will try and see what I can do to maybe give some pointers and some feedback on some things. But for now, I think you should just like spend like a week just focused on the one thing, maybe 2 weeks, and try and get through. It's a slow process to get through one thing at a time, but it's way faster than trying to do a bunch of things at once because you're just spreading your attention. Okay, let me get back to what I'm doing. Back to the stream, back to drawing. Can you hear that background noise? No. Okay, good. I'm feeling like this guy. Where is he? Like this guy on this layer. All right. I hope it works. That's the simplest advice I say for beginners: is just pick one thing to look at and doodle. Keep it fun. Keep it as fun as possible too. Like in the beginning, like just try and have fun with it. It's not. You don't even know if it's something you want to do as like a professional or not, anyways. So just try and keep it fun and be patient with yourself. Okay, let's try and actually draw something. So I was gonna maybe do a reference, but I am. It might honestly, it's probably gonna be more effort to draw something from imagination at this point. I just like to draw a basic head here. I think I'm gonna play more around with the design, I guess. Okay. Did we disconnect for a moment? I don't like it when it disconnects. It usually, the viewer will just get a delay on it. But since I'm looking at it on the actual stream, no, it's doing good. Always gotta be vigilant if your stream is going down or if you're muted. I know I'm not muted because somebody replied. I replied to what I said in the chat. Let me see. So this side of the head here. No, I'm just gonna focus on mostly the design. This. I need to do some ear studies. Here. These guidelines aren't perfect. They should be coming around like this. I'm just gonna leave it where it is. I think I might even try and make a video on that for beginners. I did talk about in a video that you can just be overwhelmed by the information. And you can just end up having just unsure where to start because you're just basically an ocean, a sea of knowledge for drawing. And if you're trying to drink it all, you're not going to be able to do it in one sitting. Not that you should drink seawater. hair should actually be up here. I'll lock in a little bit, try and just draw. And also when you're learning stuff, don't just do the tutorial or the book or the course lesson. Try and take that stuff that you're doing and like practice it beyond what they tell you to do. You love the all right, yeah, loving it as a process is good. Create it as a daily hobby. Creatures are fun to do. I haven't done too much of that. I used to draw like Pokemon a lot. I would make up ones when I was a kid. Just trying to channel your inner child. You're gonna watch my videos after stream. There's not really they're just my thoughts on things for the most part. There's not like a lot of how to do things. I mean, there's one where I talk about form that I do like that I've made like a few months ago. But this month I've been doing something for my drawings called May Sketch a Day, where I make a sketch every day of the month of May. And this year I decided to do a video every day. 100 times over, but in one book, sitting cat after 4 hours, couldn't do it. 4 hours straight. Yeah, actually, that's something about, you need to take breaks. Taking breaks will like let your brain reset a little bit and give it time to like process what you just did or learned. So for me, what I do, or what I've been doing with my sketches, like if I have time, I will, actually what I did do most of the days is like an hour to an hour and a half. Most of the days this month. Like sometimes I've done like 3 hours in a day, but that's among like different things. But usually I have like try and sit down twice a day. But I just try to at least get that first 20 minutes done. Like you can do like 15 minutes every day for a week. And it will be more effective than doing 6 hours in one day. Different amounts of sessions when you come back to do things. It can really just kind of like re-solidify the ideas or the practice. And I am being sloppy with my lines. And even don't worry about being sloppy. I mean, it's good to be conscientious of it, but only so much, because at some point you're just like, you're not drawing, you're just kind of like, oh, let me redraw this line over and over. And that can be a problem. Okay, my computer is yelling at me. What do I want to do with this hair? Learning to love the process is the best way to really just be able to stay with it. But even some days you're just going to be like, seriously? I don't want to draw. I don't really know what my answer for that would be exactly, for when I don't know what to draw. Well, I had one video where I just had pointers on if you have no idea what to draw, here's what to do. But I think I could do a video, or even just right now, just talk about that. Let me think. When you don't want to do it, you just try and do like 5 minutes. Make yourself do 5 minutes. Because I wouldn't want to force myself to do hours of work, but I could force myself to do 5 minutes of work and say I'm good on days that you don't want to do. But at that point, if you do 5 minutes, you might want to draw more, but I would say just not to draw more. Because at that point you'll be like, I want to draw more. And you're like, but I'm not going to draw anymore. And you'll be like craving to draw it the next day or another day. I mean, or later in the day. And I would say, like, even if you do the 5 minutes, stop. At least take a break. And if you want to do more, come back like an hour later. I think that might be like a good way to approach it. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm just kind of like saying things that are coming to my head, so take it with a grain of salt, or just give it a shot and see if you like it. I'm just gonna like just work on this drawing. I don't care. I'm excited to be done with these sketches for the month. Some days where it's like I just didn't want to work, but I really wanted to get a video out every day. And that's something else that's really cool, is like if you set like, I don't know, like a month-long goal, like I'm gonna do this every day. And even if you miss a day, it's okay, but just try and stick to it no matter what the results are each day. I do the hair like this. I think I just want it coming from the one side like that. And just say that you did it. You could do this, you could pick like a week or 10 days or a month. I don't have a link to school. It's sort of a job, I guess, but not really. I've gotten paid for some things, but not a ton of things. I've been like little independent things. I also been drawing like portraits every single day for the month, so hopefully it's better than when I started. No, I want to leave the chin how that was. I'm seeing an issue here in the mouth. I like the mouth, but I think it needs to change. I'd like to just do independent art, or I'm just making videos, live streams, just putting stuff up online, building an audience. Would be my favorite way to do it. Would be the most rewarding way to do it. It's definitely the hardest way to do it. But it has felt like a job lately because I've been doing so much. I feel like I've been spending more time working on the video side of things than the actual art. And when you have something else that you have to do, it can make you like realize like which thing you actually like more than the other. And it can make you appreciate the more fun things. Or realize what's more fun. Alright, let's see if I can get in and clean up these eyes a little bit. I like the overall shape going on here. Which way do we have we're looking? Draw these lines here. Check the proportions. Portraits are really hard to draw. Like, so I wouldn't recommend just starting with them. I think I would say try them out once you've done like a decent amount of time drawing things. To give her nostril, make it more realistic looking. Technically, this for this angle, this eye should be like right here. Oh, wow. I think that was my stomach. What the heck? What the hell? Cartoon creatures. Yeah, you can do that. It's not too bad. Maybe try, do you have like a particular like inspiration for creatures like that? Like I love Pokemon when I was a kid. I still kind of like them. I like their designs. And so I think they're not as good as they used to be. But maybe that's just nostalgia. Why don't I like these eyes? Something wrong about these eyes. So I should look this from the side. From the front, it should look kind of like this. And then something in the middle. Weird. I think about the eye. I don't want to think about it too much. Sometimes that can be a problem, just thinking too much. Sometimes you do need to think. It's like, it's a balance of things. Playing with the hair a little bit here. I always seem to go for this angle. Drawing. Okay, okay, I think the eyes are just a little high up, which is okay. This is gonna come out just a little more cartoony looking. And the eyes are a lot bigger too, so. change the stream settings. This ear is terrible. It's the problem when you don't use a reference. You're gonna make mistakes. Make this chin kind of come up. Nice stream. It is quite the achievement, yeah. Yo, what's up, Lou Dog? Technically, they were streams for some of them, but eyes. I think this is my best performing stream so far. So that's something about streaming that I'm realizing is you just gotta sit there for like hours talking to the void, and eventually somebody starts chatting in the chat. I have no idea how much I will be live streaming. I just haven't really thought about it. How much in a week you go live? I'm not working. You are the void. I'm actually having several people chatting now. This is great. And I'm gonna stop soon probably because I'm freaking tired. You're gonna, if I'm not working, you're gonna watch. Yeah, donation button would be good. Let me actually link the school real quick. That's a community I'm working on building. And hopefully I will be able to make a way for people to be able to purchase things in the future. But it's free to join right now. So I'm still figuring out how to make it work, but it is what I'm working on. And I'll probably be spending more time working on that over the next month. But since I've been working so much lately, I might need to just take a break from content creating just for like a few days at least. Hopefully after all the practice of talking and putting together my ideas and thumbnailing and all that, hopefully when I have more time to work on videos, they will be better. Do I have a reference here? Let me see. I do have a reference from when I was working on something else. This eye work. These eyes won't be exact. Sure, my eye's huge. I'm just looking at a reference real quick. You guys probably can't see it, but I'm just checking it. And drawing big eyes isn't a problem as long as it's stylized. I think the pupils are a bit bigger. The nose should not look like that, though. All right. How long have I been streaming for? It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. Dang. No wonder I'm tired, man. So far, that school has mostly just been used for. I'm just experimenting with it. We'll see what happens with it. I do like that it's a group that just has no ads, so you can just be on there and not be distracted. And hopefully, once I get more people in there, it's going to become more of a actually more useful. And then I'll make it paid later, but everybody that joins now, I'm not going to make them pay. It depends on the way that I approach it, because there's different ways that you can monetize it. I approved it. I checked it. I thought maybe you would do that, so I checked it. You're approved. There's not really a lot going on there, but if you post something in there, I'm sure people will say something. Or if you have questions, there's some people that might answer stuff, or if you just want to have a discussion about something, you can start like a thread, basically, and people will, or a post, comment on there. I will do my best to comment on there as much as possible. Basically, the first thing you do there is to, or what I want people to do when they join, is to make a quick drawing, either in a sketchbook or digitally, whichever way you're working. And share it. I don't think I even looked at the profile picture. Let me see. I like it. Yeah, doodles. I love seeing doodles. I think we just don't see enough doodles these days. That is just like, it's just because we're all like wired to put our thing that we spent so much time on and things in, and we just don't get to appreciate like the small little drawings. Yes, that would be great. I would love to see that. It's kind of nice that I can have that as like a place for a community that I can kind of let grow. So if I ever need to take a break from something, I will at least have that to go to. I'm going to draw a line for the neck here. Just make it fade into the neck. Nope, we're going to do a full line. It's kind of stylized. The ear, I feel like, is just, I'm just going to not really worry about that too much. And the cool thing about sharing your progress there is that you have it documented. You can go back and look at it and see where you started. Alright, I kind of just want to finish this up now. I am feeling the streamer fatigue. not so bad when you're playing video games, because video games are just easy to just have stuff to look at. When you're drawing, you have to also be entertaining to talk, at least somewhat. All right, what color should we make her? Oh, let me show you my other drawings I did earlier today. These ones were at the beginning, and I was muted on the stream. Yeah, I mean, you will always have a lot to learn when it comes to drawing. There's always a lot to learn. Either from just looking at other stuff and bringing in outside materials, or just like figuring out what you like to make and what you like to do, and maybe how to change things. There's just so much. Like it's kind of overwhelming, so that's why I recommend just staying in the one lane and drawing. Brush. Let's get these. I don't really know what color to go with. I guess I'll start with, kind of want to do that teal color again. I don't know if it fits the vibe, but hey, that's the wrong brush. That's the wrong brush as well. Yeah, I want to go with this blue color again. Should we do something weird with the hair as well? No, I think blue and white actually would look cool. I think color is where I'm the most creative with things. But color is like the least important like skill you need. Well, it's important. Every aspect of it is important to some degree, but it's not the first thing to focus on. Something that comes a little later. I think my stream is slightly delayed right now. Or when I was looking at the stream, it was yeah, I'm just behind on what I'm watching at the stream. I'm gonna use the blue to kind of shade the hair a little bit. I don't really know where that's overlapping. I think it's looks like it's going over, but it's also behind. I have to change that up a bit. Maybe I'll color it multiple ways. I'm actually using what is it? It's a Wacom. It's just a simple tablet. There's no screen on it. I forget what it's called exactly. It is a Wacom. It's like the medium. I don't remember. I also have a Huion tablet that does have a display on it, but it does not work with my computer for some reason. I don't know how to explain that, but I also have that too. It's a good one as well. But XP Pen I hear is fine too. You just need something that works. And I find like if the pressure sensitivity is better, it's kind of hard to really tell. But I noticed with whatever this Wacom, I don't know what it's called. It's like they're simple tablets. I don't remember how much it was either. I don't think it was expensive, but I don't think it was cheap either. But something I noticed about it is like the tips seem to wear out more than my Helion. But I like the non-display tablets because it just helps with your posture better. I know you don't get to see the image as big or work in bigger strokes, but just like being able to sit. I guess you can get those really huge ones that you can just turn on their side and then you're working upright. But that does not work well for me. I would like to try one out before I actually get one of those because those are expensive. I'll say a Helion, a non-display Helion as well. Maybe I just put this kind of in a shadow, almost like. Erase here. I want to actually erase this line here. I'm not painting on the correct layer. Shoot. Okay, don't talk outside my door. Okay, we're gonna change the color a little bit. I think it seems like the light's coming from the right. Top down. I think Clip Studio Paint is probably the best one to start with. I do use Photoshop, but man, does it crash and like freeze sometimes, and like it doesn't completely, it like soft crashes, or it's like you'll be zoomed in like this, and you're like, all right, I want to zoom out, and then it doesn't zoom out, and then you have to save your thing, close it, reopen it, and it's just really frustrating. I haven't had that problem with Clip Studio Paint. The brushes are a little awkward. I think the default ones, and it can be kind of hard to get good ones. I guess I would just use, go to like the airbrush category, and I would like use the hard one and turn the hardness all the way up, and I think that would be a good one to use. And then let's see, the soft one, if it's small, let's see, kind of like a medium. Like if you just want some default ones that are decent. The hotkeys are a little weird, but you can program them to the ones you want. So this one would probably be the closest I would get to like a soft brown from Photoshop. And I would just use this really small one for drawing lines. But I think their default pencil ones are pretty good. I've been using the mechanical one a lot. I think that one's pretty cool. But yeah, I've been using Clip Studio Paint a lot more lately. I mean, Photoshop has more powerful tools. If you have a newer computer, it'll probably work fine. But it's so freaking expensive. I don't recommend anybody get Photoshop. Really. If you haven't used it, just don't get it. Do a little bit of contrast in the mouth. Like I had the hotkeys set. Like the pencil is pen and pencil are default to P, but I changed them to B. I think their customization settings are pretty nice too. I don't know if I want to leave that the color of the mouth. I think I'd rather go kind of like a darker. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, because the brush is set to like 4 different tools. Or B is set to 4 different tools for me. So I have to kind of cycle through them. Coder is start the preview. What? I don't like what's going on here. But I think Clip Studio Paint requires more like tweaking some of the settings. Like my favorite brushes, like the ones I'm using, I kind of just like, I got them with Photoshop. Like you can go download brush packs from their site, and they have like one called Kyle Webster's Mega Pack. And that one has a lot of brushes on there that I like these oil canvas too. But you have to have Photoshop to get them. But you can open up the same brush files in Clip Studio Paint. At least in like version 4 or later, I'm pretty sure. I had like version 2 for a long time and I couldn't do that. And I upgraded to version 5? The stream. I really want to wrap up the stream now. I'm feeling like I need some rest. Let's make this darker over here. Just get the color in this hair. Maybe just a little bit of brightness here. Sometimes I just like to get weird with the colors. That looks weird with the lines turned off too. You can kind of make out the shapes, the form there a little bit. Nose should definitely be darker underneath. Edge, turn up the saturation a little bit. I'm having some stream technical difficulties now. Or at least it's telling me that. I think it's just going to be slightly delayed is all. I'll make a new layer. I'm going to draw over these eyes. Probably making this too dark. I mean, so you can do paper when I can draw in a couple months. Drawing on my drawing tablet. Paper's all you need. Especially if you're doing it for a hobby. Like, it's really sick to just have like a sketchbook full of different drawings. Just seeing it fill up can also be a different factor to being satisfaction as well. Some highlights here. Highlights really make things pop in these drawings. And the highlights kind of on a new layer. I want to kind of like work out the shadow just a little bit better here. The stream is basically telling me I need to stop because it just keeps giving me warnings. And my stomach's just going like, oh my goodness, I must be hungry. Yeah, the best thing about like a sketchbook is you can take it anywhere and you don't need to charge it. I do want to get a camera set up for live streaming traditional drawing because that would be kind of fun to try that out. See a little light over here. Now I'm just kind of like, how do I want to make this? Okay, I know this mouth is bothering me. And I don't know why. Eyes are going this way. Nose is going this way. Mouth is going this way. It's a little on the low side. I think the mouths are also very hard to get just right. But I'm not going for accuracy. The skin's blue. Huh. Color am I on? Okay, I did do a slight layer on that. It was 12 o'clock at night. It's 6 a.m. Oh, dang. Live on the other side of the world. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. I like it when people come in and chat. And let me know that they like the stream. It's always encouraging. I have a bunch of videos that I made, so if you want more of me, you can go watch those at another time. Live streams, I don't have a schedule for right now. I might do it at some point if they go well enough. But I kind of like making videos a little bit better. Alright, let me erase all this extra crap that I made over here. Also that like Clip Studio Paint, you can like select multiple layers without losing your freaking mind. Let's make it bigger, maybe that would be easier to paint. I think I might actually color the hair some more. Might actually do here. You have a new fan. Oh, nice. I think I've gained like 3 fans today. Thanks for tuning in. And gaining fans is nice because it gives you more of a reason to show up. I've done live streaming for games on like Twitch before, and it's just like 0 views. It is so brutal. I think it's easier to build an audience on YouTube because you can make videos and bring your subscribers will see it, and other people that watch your stuff before will see it. That's just where YouTube just shines. I don't know what I'm doing with this hair right now. Is that spot right here? I like how the eyes are green just there. Kind of blue-green. To get a little bit of highlight on this lip right here. No, wrong brush. Lip to feel like real darker here. Encoder's telling me problems again. Ah! I'm almost at 3 hours. Should I just finish it up at 3 hours? Concurrent viewers actually been pretty sick. Been like having 3 viewers. Peaked at 4. Really fun to see that stuff. 3 concurrent viewers is huge. So that's a big deal, I think, for live streaming. You're in like the top 1% streamers. I mean, on Twitch is if you're at 5 viewers. So like, I'm probably like the top 10% of concurrent viewers. But I don't think the discovery for live streams is good on YouTube. Okay. That was pretty much my sketch for today. I'm gonna save it as... Why did that save as study? We'll save it real quick. 5, 3, 1, 26. Drink some water real quick too. All right, all right, chat. What are we rating this sketch? I'm calling it a day for this. So, what are we rating this drawing, chat? I'm gonna wait a little bit to let it catch up, so I can have you guys rate it. I will give my rating at the end. I think this one was kind of fun to work on. I'll leave my phone on you. See you soon. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be bouncing real soon. All right, chat. I guess I'm gonna rate it in real soon. How close? How far off am I? Oh, we got a rating. Okay. Just caught up. It just caught up. Giving it an 8 out of 10. All right, I like it. This one is definitely fun to work on. I always love playing with color and seeing how weird I can make it sometimes. Just see different combinations that you wouldn't ever see in real life. And I think that adds just the creativity to it. All right. It's only one commenting. 8 out of 10. I guess we can give it an 8 out of 10. I think I would probably give it closer to like a 6 out of 10. Mostly because I know some issues I would fix. Like the ear really bothers me here because I know it's not right. I think I forgot to flip. Sometimes flipping your camera. Yeah, I wish I didn't do that. Here, I'm gonna fix this real quick. Smooth. No, it needs to be selected on all layers. Yeah, I couldn't liquefy multiple layers at a time in Photoshop. So like Clip Studio. Oh my gosh, what? Clip Studio Paint is upping their game. Just for better tools. Really messed up the shape. I know this eye is just looks, I know it's not right. Just know the shape when you're looking at 3/4 view like this, the eyes are not exactly the same shape. I think I'm just making it worse. Just bring it in a little bit. That. Save as a JPEG. I think I will make this the thumbnail. Okay, but before I'm done, I made it to the end. I am really tired from all this, and I'm excited to not worry about making a video tomorrow and just relax a little bit. Do something fun. Maybe celebrate. I don't know what I'll celebrate with. This live stream is kind of a little celebration. For most of it, I went through and reviewed all my art from the month. So you can go back and watch that. I have no idea how good my commentary is on it, but it was fun, at least for me, to go through it, and hopefully you get a kick out of it. And that's the end of the stream and the end of the whole this whole video challenge daily. And I am really grateful for all the people that have subscribed and tuned in, watched the videos, commented, all the people that stopped in the chat and commented as well. And that's about all I have to say. It's like, thank you for hanging out and appreciating my work that I do. And I will see you, who knows, maybe never. No, I gotta come back. I put all this work into making my videos better and learning